All right. Now let's get into some of this week's bad advice. Good morning to my radio family. I wanted your advice on our upcoming 10th anniversary. My husband works a ton of hours, but has taken some time off for our anniversary on the OGs. They're on vacation right now.
Oh, good morning.
On the 16th of April, so starting yesterday. He'll be home we're too late to save this person.
Oh, no.
He will be home for 5 days. We have a 4-year-old, and he'll be going with my in-laws for 2 of those days. Here's my question. My husband wants to stay home and get some projects done that have been put off. One of those is building a shed we bought from Costco. That sounds not fun, she says. He travels a lot for work, so he has some free days at Hilton. I'd like to go stay for a few days and enjoy some us time. He's not wrong. We do need to build the shed without our son under our feet, but we didn't even get a honeymoon. I just want some time with him. Do I zip it and just get the projects done, or do we ignore it and go away for a few days? My in-laws live 2 hours away, so we don't get the days to ourselves often. Please help me decide. I'm sorry that we're a fan of over 20 years. She signed it. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't get to it. I must have had it in my queue for last week and swapped it out at the last minute. But let's just say it's next week.
Well, I mean, it's happening right now. It's not too late.
I suppose, right?
I don't think.
I feel like, to me, why can't you do both?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Even if they're in the middle of it, building that shed right now, finish it up tomorrow and then go.
I will say, as I used to travel a lot for a job. Every week I was on a plane every week. And you really, really want to not be in a hotel ever again. Like, I get his point. Like, you just, like, really, you want to stay home and just do home stuff, because the last thing you want to do is on your vacation do what you have to do all the time, which is get on a plane, go to the airport.
Oh, that's a great point.
And go to and live in a hotel room. I mean, it is.
Meanwhile, she's like, oh my God, we get all these Hilton rewards, and I would love to do that.
Okay, well then they should stay home and do nothing, if that's what his reasoning is. They should not just work the whole time that they're home. They should make sure. It sounds like she needs to reconnect.
To build this Costco shed.
Yeah.
Like, if I feel like those things are probably a direction sheet. You take a couple hours and you build the shed.
You know, the day project, it gets away from you, takes longer than you think. You stop for a minute, you have some lunch. I actually think, having experienced this myself, and I get what Maddie just said, it's very true. The guy might be, but he also wants to.
It's their 10th anniversary.
I don't really believe that whole happy wife, happy life thing sounds very fair, but I do think that it's a situation where, dude, your wife hasn't gone anywhere. You've been going places, but she hasn't.
Yeah.
I would absolutely say, let's take a night and get out of here. One. And then just be together, have a great dinner somewhere.
Hotel sex.
Yeah, all that stuff. But I know that feeling. I'm that guy. If I have a project, it's probably in my phone written down on my to-do list, and I can't wait to get it checked off. Mm-hmm. Cannot wait.
Well, and it sounds like this Costco shed's been on site for a while.
So I think there's absolutely a compromise that can be made that will make them both happy.
I wonder if they could use the points for a spa or a day or something at a Hilton.
There's got to be a Hilton nearby, right? I wonder. That's actually not a bad thought.
I was the same way. I had Hilton points, traveled all the time. You can use them for hotel stays anywhere, any Hilton.
But you can't use them for spa
not for
stuff?
spas and stuff. But yeah, you can go anywhere. But again, it's still a hotel room. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, isn't the whole point like we're in a hotel room because that's where we're keeping our stuff, and then we go out and we
have a great dinner.
Right, have a great dinner. Go to the beach or wherever you're at, whatever the nearby attraction is.
You know, I do think that as much as he's like, I want to get these domestic things done. 10th anniversary, dude. You got to. And we were just at our counselor, and the guy goes, have you guys ever hopped on a train to Santa Barbara and just like, you love Santa Barbara, you've said that already. Hop a train, spend a night, have a meal, do all the things couples like to do, walk around State Street, go down to the beach, have a great meal, go to bed, do those things too, and then take the train back. It's a great outing.
So when is it booked for, Vin?
I haven't booked it yet. But it's not. It's one of those things that are like, you can do this. You guys should be planning something like that. You can.
Yeah, I feel her. I liked what you said. Sometimes you got to, there's a pallet in your backyard with all the pieces you need to build the shed you need.
Tripping.
Yeah. And especially if you travel a lot, like there's no place like your home. You just want to be at home.
Yeah, that's so fair. But you have to put effort into your relationship to keep the spark alive.
And she wants this. Like,
I would want to do it. Even though I don't want to do it, I would want to do it.
Mm.
So I hope that they're doing that. I hope they're listening from some faraway beach.
Right. Or they don't hear it until they get home on Sunday. Anyway, write us and tell us what you decided, because I feel so bad. I just read the date. They're like, oh no, well. It started yesterday.
It's, we joke because of the Ben Affleck speech where marriage is work, but it's the best kind of work, and I wouldn't want to work with anyone else. It is easy to take your partner for granted. And I don't even know that it's that, like, decisively done. Like, well, yeah, I don't have to do anything for her. I already married her. You've got to put out effort.
Mm.
You just do. It's not your job, but do you want to be divorced?
And don't you want to be happy and in love?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're with someone who's, walking around simmering with resentment, that's not ideal.
It's a real state of being, too.
It is a real state of absolutely. I think that we should, I don't know, I try to be friendly and goofy and attentive as much as I possibly can. And I feel like I get that back. And it's because I'm not going to have it any other way. I'm going to get a kiss before I go to bed. I'm going to, laugh and do a funny dance or whatever. He's going to pick up the guitar and I'm going to sing some goofy song about doing the dishes. Or I don't know, like I feel like try to inject some fun. I get it. Like life can be a drudge. So it's up to you to say, I'm not going to have it be that. I'm bummed out for her. I feel her. She wants to go away and do something fun. And she probably is home with the kid a lot more than he is if he's traveling all the time. And he doesn't want to go to a hotel. He just wants to get the things done around the house.
I don't know her. I know that in our lives, my wife ends up being stuck in the house a lot. And it's because she works in the house and we have 2 kids.
Yep.
And there's just not the time to get away that we would like. So
hop a train to Santa Barbara.
This is the opportunity. He should really just prioritize his 10-year anniversary, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bad advice request, grossed out wife.
Oh, boy.
There's your subject line.
Grossed out wife.
Grossed out wife. This is, I think it's funny. I mean, I probably wouldn't think it was funny if it was happening to me, but I did find it funny. I laughed a little bit, so I swapped this one in this week. I'm sure I'm ruining someone's dream and not solving their problem in time by, switching to this one today at the last minute. It came in yesterday. Hello, Radio Fam. A pretty lighthearted bad advice request. My husband and I have been together for 20 years, married for 15. We have 2 kids. We've been through a lot together and I've seen the good and bad. He's held my hair while I puked. I've watched him freeze warts off his face. I hear him fart a million times. He was there for all the natural occurrences when our kids were born. You get the gist. Over the last year or so, he started picking his nose while we watch TV in bed and he flicks it on the floor.
Oh!
And it grosses me out so much to the point where I'm hyper focused on it and can literally hear him doing it now. As in the sound plays in her. Yeah.
It's him flicking.
Oh, it's stuck. I flick it with the other hand.
Oh, now it's on this finger. Now it's on that finger. This finger now.
I really love him and actually really, really like him too. Obviously, no one's getting divorced over this or anything, but it's such a lady boner killer for me. Just a total turnoff that I can't get over. How can I fix this? Am I the ahole if I tell him to stop picking his nose? Is it passive aggressive to put a box of tissue by the bed? I feel like a mom reprimanding her preschooler. What do you think? Thanks, grossed out wifey. I moved from the Bay. P.S. I moved from the Bay Area to Sac 8 years ago, and I've been a loyal listener for decades. I listen to the pod from beginning to end, so I've heard basically every word you've all said into a mic since Vinnie came back. Love you guys.
Odyssey.
Well, this one's easy.
I agree. Should we all say it at once? 1, 2, 3.
Leave
Tell him to stop.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You can't leave him alone. You got to tell him.
I
You gotta
went
tell
through
him.
this with my wife.
Oh.
I have a thing about mouth noises. Like I don't like chewing gum.
That's the most
That is
ironic
the most
thing
ironic. You
I've
have the
ever
most
heard.
mouth
Damn mouth
noises of
noises.
anyone
The
I've
amount
ever
of noises you
water.
make in this room.
We can hear your tongue peeling off the roof of your mouth.
But go on.
And she started to floss like while we're sitting watching TV, and she flosses really loudly. But but this is what I did. My thing was, she puts up with a lot of stuff, Maddie. You can put up with this, but it will start to get on you, and it will start to become a thing in your head where like she's doing this on purpose. She knows I hate this, and she's doing it on purpose. So again, I think yes, address it before it gets to a point where you're really freaking out about it, because it will get there.
Okay, first of all, let's go back a little bit. Shauna was flossing her teeth on the couch while you're watching TV.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, that's
planet is that okay on?
Yeah, that's not okay.
Sometimes I come in while I'm brushing my teeth.
That's different.
Totally different.
Popping.
Flossing is chunks flying out of your
Yes.
mouth.
And I feel like you should do that in a mirror.
And it's slobbery.
You're drooling
Yeah,
and
you
slobbering.
can't.
Forget it. You were right. She was wrong.
I never brought it up.
Why though? Why would you let it eat away at you
Yeah.
if it made you miserable?
As
And it's
I
a
fe-
simple fix.
I mean,
He hates mouth noises.
I-
Can you believe this?
I'm
I'm dumbfounded
The
right now.
irony of it all is too much.
Go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Why did you not say anything?
because I just felt like she has to deal with so much from me. Like, why pick at her about one thing she does like that it's driving me crazy? Like, I know I do a lot of things that drive her crazy, and she.
well,
here's-
stop doing that stuff
here's
if you
the
know
thing.
it's driving her crazy.
I mean, we're not together, so
I
obviously
know.
we probably should have addressed
But
these things.
that's what I'm saying. You were just telling me yesterday how you feel like, she wouldn't talk. She was simmering, and then when it blew up, it blew up.
Right.
Like maybe that could have been the thing that opened the door to constructive
Communication.
A little late
communication.
now,
Yeah.
but so I agree with you all. Please address it. Don't let it become a thing.
it's a bad habit too, because if you get too comfortable doing it in front of your wife, then one day you might do it in front of your friend, and you don't want that. It's a bad habit. Don't
you know
pick
what's
your
funny?
nose and flick it.
The last
Pick it
person
and flick it.
that I'm going to do something gross in front of is the one that I want to, do me. Like, I don't, of all the things,
Yeah.
he's doing it in front. I would do it in front of my friend.
I do
not
gross stuff in front of
my
John,
wife.
so he won't want to do me.
Wait,
Like,
get
I'm
out of here.
definitely,
That is
You
ridiculous.
like that? Is that hard?
I would say the booger farm on the floor on your side of the bed is unacceptable.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you some tissues, and I need you to stop doing that, both in front of me
Both.
and when I'm not around. Use a tissue. You cannot flick boogers onto the floor in our room.
Yeah.
It's a no.
Yes.
This is we're not negotiating now. I'm telling you, if you ever,
Well, these are hard conversations to
I don't
bring
think
up.
they're boogers. They're
Well,
not that
but
hard.
it's still, he could very much be unconsciously in this habit. I do think that people don't even realize they're picking their nose until you point it out, and then they go, "Oh yeah, look, there is a pile there."
You know
It's
what?
weird that it just started a year ago, because this seems like a habit you would have had since childhood.
I know.
But maybe
Over
he
the
was-
last year or so, yeah, started picking
that
his.
does, yeah, that doesn't make sense. I remember as a kid, I bit my nails, and I didn't know why I bit them until I realized my dad bites his nails. And so it was a thing that, I
Like
witnessed
worrying it,
regularly, like biting them. And you see people who bite their nails, there's blood marks, and
They look ragged.
they're just destroyed. But one of the things that helped me quit was I would be watching TV with my dad, and he'd be like, "Pff, pff." He's biting his nails and just spitting them out. And it is his home. He did all the work and paid for all this. But I was really grossed out by that. Like, this is the floor I lay on, and you're just going, pff,
gross.
Spittle and little bits.
All the stuff. So I kind of went, this is not a habit I want to have. And I've quit. I don't bite my nails. I haven't since I was a little boy. But
good. It's look at you seeing that and going, I don't want to be that guy.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Do you want a couple quick ones from the folks listening?
Yeah,
on the text line?
definitely.
707, this is not the time to be passive aggressive. Give him the tissues and tell him to stop digging into his nose and flicking it. You have to be the adult and tell the man-child to knock it off.
Yeah.
Agreed 1,000%.
You know what? I think being direct is the way. Hand him the and say, and please don't do it don't do that in here. I'm watching you do that out of the corner of my eye. But have a nice tone to your voice. Honey, it's just disgusting when you do that.
Another 707, if they've been through so much together, she should be able to just tell him to stop picking his nose. Personally, I would also start watching TV and sleeping in a different room if you didn't stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's gross. That's a thing kids do.
Yeah.
Like we moved, I don't want to say who, but we moved a nightstand away from the bed at one point and went, there's a booger farm on the wall here. Are you kidding me? Who does this?
Well,
Kids.
it's your kid, yeah.
I hope a booger gremlin is behind this because I can't imagine who thinks this is okay.
That sweet little girl. Yeah, it's not
It's you
just got to address it.
stop
And
it
and
immediately.
listen, people pick their noses. I pick my nose, and I just don't do it in front of
Sarah.
other people. I love picking my nose. It's great. Such a relief sometimes. Oh, that feels so much better. But yeah, in front of somebody and flicking it in your house, that feels unconscious to me. Like I know the time.
The last thing I want
All
is
right.
for my wife to think I'm gross.
Right. And she even says it kills her lady boner.
I know.
Wake up! Thank you. With Sarah and Vinny.
Ding, 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 ding.